Welcome to Seth Vidya Mandir Junior College of Commerce and Science online audio video lecture. This is Alka Chaube explaining new chapter, that is chapter number 15, structure of atom and nuclei. Welcome back students. Let's move on energy of electrons. So this energy of electron we can study with the help of hydrogen spectrum. As you know very well students, we already had done the hydrogen spectrums in the previous video. So here we are talking about the energy of electron, and this all concept has given by the Bose model and Rydberg. So here students, the aim of this derivation is to find the wavelength of formula of the different series with the help of hydrogen spectrum. So hope you clear here. We have the different series like, as you know very well, Lemon series, Blammer series, Paschen series, Brackett series and Fohm series. So in this all series we have the different formula of wavelength, and this formula of wavelength we are getting in the experiment, as you know very well, famous experiment of the hydrogen spectrums. And students, before I can start this derivation, you can follow the previous videos related to the wavelength of the hydrogen spectrums, because there we are getting directly formula 1 divided by lambda, and that formula I have already explained there. I will explain in the next concept. So here we can find out how the wavelength of the different series we can find out with the help of this hydrogen spectrums. So let's move on derivation. As you know very well students, the formula of energy of electron, that is En is equal to minus me square z square 8 epsilon naught square n square h square. This is for the nth orbit. If you're not having this formula, clarification students, you have this formula in chemistry, and if you don't know about this formula, you just go and follow the radius of the Bohr orbit. In the radius of the Bohr orbit students, we are getting this formula, and here we are getting this formula in the case of binding energy. It means here I am taking the total energy, that is potential energy and kinetic energy. After addition of that energy, here I am getting this formula, that is binding energy. So here I am applying directly this formula binding energy, because we are not having this proof about this energies. So let's move on the formula. So here, as you know, that is the formula of the nth orbit is this. Here I consider the hydrogen atom spectrum. So here the value of Z is 1. In this condition, when the value of Z is 1 for the hydrogen atom, so let I consider this energy for the first orbit, because students, as we already have studied in the Bohr's third postulate, the different orbits of the electrons are having different energy, and when they are jumped from the different orbit, they release and they absorb the energy. I hope you clear all this concept, and if you are not having the clarification of that concept, you just go and follow the previous video. So here we have the Z is 1 in this condition, and for the first orbit, if I consider the value of n, the value of orbit is 1, and when we are talking about the value of 1, it means we are talking about the lower energy level of electrons. Yes, I will explain students lower energy of electron, because as you know very well, when we are talking about first orbit, second orbit, third orbit, so in each orbit the energy of electron gradually increased, as we already have studied in Bohr's third postulate. So if I consider the energy of first electron here, that is the En, the value of 1, and as you know very well student, the mass of electron, the charge of electron, and Z is 1, and the epsilon value, that is 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12, and the value of N is 1, and the Planck constant 6.6 into 10 raised to minus 34. This, when we take this all value as a calculation, so here we are getting this condition minus 13.6, and n square, suppose if I am taking that is 1, so that is minus 13.6, the value of 1, that is here I am getting minus 13.6 electron volt, that is the energy of first electron. So hope you clear about the energy of first electrons, how we find out. If we have the second orbit, how to find out the energy of second orbit? E2 minus 13.6, because this all calculation here we are getting 13.6 and the value of n is 2. So 2 chi square, because here n square, 2 chi square is 4. So after cancel out this term, we are getting minus 3.40 electron volt. In this way, students, we are getting the third energy of the orbit, or in this way we are getting the fourth energy of orbit. Or students, as you know very well, in the atom having n number of orbits, so if I consider, suppose the n is 8, so that time what will be the energy? According to this formula, when we substituted this value, we are getting the 0 electron volt energy. It means, students, the energy of that electrons from the nucleus to the electrons, the energy is negligible. The energy becomes 0. It means, in this condition, from positive to negative charge, the electrostatic force between the two charges are gradually, it means totally reduced. That time there is no energy present between protons, it means nucleus, and electrons. That time energy level is 0. Let's move on with the help of example, because here you got the calculation of energy in the different orbit. As you know very well, in the third postulate I already substituted this value. So let's move on. So as you know very well how we got this value, and here with the help of this example you can understand. For the first orbit of hydrogen, energy is 13.6, as you know very well from here. For the second orbit, that is minus 3.40 electron volt. So students, you can see from the nucleus to the first orbit of the electron, the energy is less. From nucleus to the second orbit, the energy is less, because students, in the negative, when we have the smaller number, it means the energy gradually increases. Sorry, I apologize for my words. That is, the energy gradually decreases here. Hope you clear about it. It means when we have the higher orbit, we have the higher energy. And simultaneously, from the nucleus to the first orbit, the radius is this. From the nucleus to the second orbit, the radius is this. It means when the orbit is increases, the value of n is increases from positive to negative charge, from positive to electron, the distance is decreases. That's why, students, the electrostatic force of repulsion is possible here. So as I already have explained this concept, distance from the positive charge to negative charge, the charge increases. Negative charge increases when nth value is increases. Distance is increases from positive to negative when the n value is increased. Hope you clear about it. Let's move on some note regarding this condition. So here we have first note. For the first orbit, the electrostatic force is greater, as I already have explained, because here the orbit is very closer to the nucleus. In this condition, students, as we already have studied about the semiconductor, and if you're not having the concept about semiconductors, here I can explain. When we are talking about the lower energy, it means when we are talking about the first energy band, this is considered as a lower energy. In that condition, we call lower energy, that is valence band. Or in this condition, students, the electron is just revolve around the orbit, and in this condition, this electron cannot generate the current. I will explain everything, but first you have to understand. For the first orbit, electrostatic force is greater. And the first orbit, we can say this is lower energy level, and this lower energy level we can consider in semiconductor is valence band. And in this condition, the electrons not generate the current. Why? I will explain. For the second condition, for this last orbit, in this way, if we gradually increase the orbit of the electrons, so for the last orbit, electrostatic force is less. As you know very well, because from the nucleus to the orbits of the electrons, the r distance is increased. So that's why the higher energy level, the electrostatic forces decreases, and the higher energy level of the electron we can consider conduction band. This all notes are very important. I will explain why this is called conduction band for higher, and why the lower energy is called valence band. And the last orbit of electrons are, now let I explain this condition. For the last orbit of electrons are free from orbit because less force of attraction from nucleus. Yes, students, because when the gradually orbit increases, the force of repulsion decreases. and from nucleus to that electrons the energy is very less. And when we applied the external force, it means, as you know very well, in the hydrogen spectrum, because we are putting the hydrogen gas inside of the vacuum and we are provided there the potential across that gas, then what happens, the energy level of that electron increases because we increase surrounding heat energy. When we increase surrounding heat energy, the vibration of electron is gradually increases. As you know, this all concept is very important in current electricity. So here also the energy, here also the electrons are getting vibration, and in this condition the electron is also got vibration when we applied external heat energy. In this way, the nth orbit, it means the last orbit, also the electrons are getting the same energy, but the last orbit the electrons is having less electrostatic force. Because of that, the speed of that electrons gradually increases. Because of that, the heat energy and the repulsion of that force, it means the binding energy between positive and negative charge is very less. That's why the last orbit is loses from the last electron is loses from the orbit when we applied more external electric force, more external heat around an atom. And here we consider hydrogen atom. That's why students, the last orbit free from, the last electrons free from orbit because of less force of attraction when we are applying the more heat surrounding that atom. Hope you clear about it. So let's move on the next condition of this. So as these electrons are free from orbit, when we applied more heat, less force of attraction, the speed of electron gradually increases and they remove from the orbit. This is called the free electrons from the orbit, and they made a current in that band. It means when last orbit electron, when we consider last orbit electron, less force, more speed because of external heat effect, this condition is known as conduction band. And the last orbit, as you know very well, last orbit having high energy, so this is known as conduction band. As I have already explained, the first orbit less energy, lower energy band, this is known as valence band. And last orbit electrons are free and this electron is getting external heat, so these electrons are moving in the random direction. So the electrons are moving in the random direction and the electric field is applied around the gas. So the electrons are moving in some direction. That's why they are produce the current there. That's why we call the higher energy is known as the conduction band. Hope you clear. Let's understand this concept with the help of this energy level diagram of the different series. So here if I consider the first N1, it means the first orbit. As you know very well, the hydrogen energy, that is 13.6 electron volt. N2, it means the second orbit, the energy is minus 3.40. Third orbit minus 1.9. Fourth orbit minus 0.85. In this way, if we have nth orbit, here you can see, if we have nth orbit, and that time the value of gradually increases, and when we are taking the value of n is infinite, that time the value is 0. I already have explained in a mathematical term in the previous condition. So as you know very well, that condition we can explain with the help of this quantum number and the energy of different level of the electrons in this different series. So as I already explained, the aim of this derivation is what? To find out the wavelength of the different series. So to find out the wavelength of different series, we should know first the energy of different series. So here we are getting this. Let us understand how we are getting these energies. So as you know, according to Bohr third postulate we are applying here. So third postulate is talking about when electron is jumped from higher orbit to lower orbit or lower to higher orbit, they release and they absorb the energy. So this energy is nothing but in the form of photon, that is h mu is equal to En minus Ep. The En is higher energy and Ep is lower energy. And you can also write in this way, Ei higher, Ek lower. So here En is the higher orbit and P is the lower orbit. So here you can say, students, as we know that En is equal to, that is minus m e raised to 4 z square 8 epsilon naught square n square h square, that is the star equation, as you know very well. So let us consider this is in the case of hydrogen. So value of Z is we can consider 1. So in this condition, when we consider the value of Z is 1 for this condition for En. So minus m e raised to 4 8 epsilon naught square n square h square. First condition for this orbit EP energy, that is minus e raised to 4 minus 8 e square and p square h square, because your z value we can consider as a 1 for n orbit and for p orbit, that is p. 2 orbit here I considered. Clear? Now what we are taking, we're substituting this 1 and 2 condition in star equation in this place, En and Ep. So here we are getting the formula of wavelength from this condition. So when we are substituted these values, as you can see, that is when we are taking this value as a together, so here you can see, before I can take this condition, here you can see h mu, that is the value h mu as it is, h mu, the first condition minus m e raised to 4 and this condition, and here the term is minus and here the term is minus, so minus minus become plus m e raised to 4 and then condition will be same. Then what we are taking, students, as you can see here, the 8 get constant. What will be the not constant? The value of n square and the value of np square is not constant because they are different orbit, and all values are constant here. So we can take this all constant value one side and we are taking the orbit value in bracket. So here you can see the constant in one side and the orbit, nth orbit and p orbit is here, and minus sign we are taking what I did here. You can see here the minus minus become plus. So initially I took p orbit and then I took n orbit, because here I take plus first and minus after. Okay, so hope you're clear about it. So here I can do one thing, the changes p orbit and n orbit. Clear? Then after, as we know very well, students, the C is equal to mu lambda, right? Because this all light case spectrum we are getting. So here we can find out the value of mu, because here we have to substitute the mu value. Mu is equal to C lambda. So here we can substitute h is equal to C lambda, this value as it is, and here p, and then after the condition as it is. Then what we did, because we have to find out the wavelength of the different series, so 1 lambda as it is, hc is shifted down. So in this condition, h, it means h cube, here we are getting h cube, because 1h is as it is, 1h is shifted here, h cube, and the condition will be same. Clear? Then what I did, we are going for the calculation of this constant term, because mass, electron charge, epsilon naught, Planck constant, speed of light, this all is constant. When we are going for this calculation, students, we are getting the value is 1.097 meter inverse. It means per meter also we can write, because 1 lambda is wavelength. So this constant value has given very famous scientist, as you know very well, I already have explained this concept, that is known as Rydberg constant. Because students, I already have explained the Balmer's second formula had taken the extension by the Rydberg scientist, and Rydberg scientist has wonderfully explained the wavelength of the different series, because he's took the common formula for the all different series, and this common formula has given by this scientist only, Rydberg. You got in previous video only directly this formula, but here you are getting the proof of this formula with the help of different energy level, and the different energy level having the constant formula of the wavelength. And 1 by lambda r is equal to np square minus n square, p orbit, n orbit. And your students, in your textbook it is mentioned n square m square, so that's why here I consider this condition n square and m square. So you can take this condition in your textbook also, you can take n or m, and here we are getting the very famous formula, that is Rydberg formula for the different energy level of the series. This formula is very important for so many numericals, so many competitive exam students. This formula is very important. Let's understand how the same formula, it means the common formula is applicable for the different series, because Rydberg has found this condition. So here we have the first series, that is Lemon series. As you know very well, students, the Lemon series is applicable for ultraviolet condition. When we have the ultraviolet wavelength series, we are taking the Lemon series. I have already explained this all concept in the previous video. If your concept is not clear, you can go and follow the previous video. Then you can switch on this condition, this video. That is the first series. In the first series, students, we are getting this formula 1 lambda r, that is 1 n square, 1 m square. So here we have first series. We can consider the value of n is 1. Clear? And then after we are consider the value of m, the next orbit, that is 2, 3, 4, 5 in this way. Always remember, and number should be increased. So 1 by lambda r, and for the first series the value of n is 1. So 1 by square, the value of m, you can consider 2, you can consider 3, you can consider 4 for the find out the wavelength of the Lemon series. Let's understand how. Where we substitute the value of m is 2 here. And now I can say one thing. When we have the value of m here, so this values is after n1, that is 2, 3, 4, 5. This all concept is very important for the numerical. You can understand. First series, Lemon series. Lemon series, the value of n is 1. And after that, the value of the next orbit start from 2. And here, students, in this 2, this is known as first series. In Lemon series, we can consider this is first series, second series, third series, fourth series. This is also known as alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Because in so many numerical we are getting, in the Lemon series, find out the second series value. In the Lemon series, find out the value of alpha, beta, gamma and delta. That time you can not supposed to confuse how we got alpha, beta, gamma in the Lemon series. This value of m is considered alpha, beta, gamma, delta. The value of m is considered first series, second series, third series, fourth series. Clear? So here we are getting the value of m, that is considered as a first series in Lemon. So this is 1 by lambda r, that is the value of n is always constant, that is 1, and the m is here 2. So after taking the calculation, we are getting 1 by lambda is 8 by r by 9. So if we want to find out the energy of the first wavelength of the Lemon series, so how to find out? That is E is equal to h mu, because the energy of electron is nothing but in the form of photons. So that is C by lambda. So here we can substitute as C as it is, the value of lambda 8r by 9. So in this way, students, when we go for the calculation, we are getting the value of electrons in energy volt. Or in this way, we can find out the wavelength of the the energy of the Lemon series. Clear? I hope this is very clear about it. Okay, or in this way also we can find out the wavelength of the first series of the Lemon. We can go for this all condition with the help of numerical. Clear? Let's move on the next series, that is here also I have explained the first series alpha, beta, gamma, delta. In this way we can consider in all series. Let's move on the Balmer series. Balmer series, it means after Lemon series. So value of n is 2 we are taking. And the value of m is next orbit is after this, that is 3, 4, 5, 6 and gradually increases. So 1 by lambda r, so value of n is 2 square, value of m is as it is. In the place of m, you can substitute this value. In this way, we can find out the value of wavelength. In this way, you can find out the value of energy. Or in this way, you can find out the wavelength of the Balmer series. Because in the previous video, directly I have put the value of the different series of the wavelength. But here you can find out how we getting the value of the different wavelength of the series or energies. And here we have the Paschen series. Again, we have this is third series, so value of n is 3. And after this orbit, we are getting the value of m is 4. 5, 6, 7 in this way increases. So here when we substitute the value of n is 3, 3 square 9, m square as it is. In this way we can find out the value of wavelength. And after we have the bracket series, the value of n is 4. And here we are getting this condition m 5, 6, 7, 8 because 4n and after next orbit 5, 6, 7. So we are getting the different wavelength of this series. As you can see, students, the common formula is applicable for all different series. So this is found by the Rydberg, and wonderfully he has explained with the help of the common formula the energy of the different series and how to find out that inside of different series the different wavelength of that energies. In the next video, students, we can go for the numerical based on the radius of the boss on this series condition, so you can also understand very clearly. Thank you, students.